In this short video, we'll examine how to add schedules for children. We'll add a schedule for Peter Adams, and then we'll make some overrides and absences to his schedule so that we can record the times he would not be attending during his normal scheduled time. So you'll come to the child record by selecting the child within the Family Data and Accounting module, and then click on the Child Schedule button. When you go into the Child Schedule button, if there's an existing schedule, for example on Wendy, his sister, there's an existing schedule right here. I could double-click that schedule and see what it is on the screen, the start date and the end date of that schedule. I could also click the Review button right here to review her current schedule, and that would show in the week view by default. You can change that view to view 1 month at a time or just view 1 day at a time, up until that schedule ends, which would be October of 2015. So we'll go back to Peter's and add a new schedule for him. And we start with today's date, and we're going to move this out to, say, a year from now. And I could build a custom schedule right here for Peter by just simply adding the classroom, the days of the week he is attending, and his in and out times on each of those days. Let's go ahead and show you how we would do that. We can build out an individual custom schedule by simply, as I said, selecting the classroom, and then what day of the week. We'll start on Monday, and we'll start at the normal in time of 7 in the morning and have him leave at 5:30 rather than 6 p.m. And then we can use the Copy Day button. Once we've set up one day and moved down a line, Copy Day becomes available to copy the same classroom and in and out times to the next day of the week, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday, or Friday. But if his schedule matches another schedule template that we've already got saved, I might want to use that schedule template. For example, toddlers full-time 5 days might be a good place for me to start. And if he's only attending, say, 3 days per week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all I'd have to do here is remove Tuesday and Thursday from that template schedule. And you'll notice that the template name up here, the schedule name, reverts back to custom schedule because I'm changing this schedule specific for Peter. I could also modify the in and out times. It might be that he's only coming till 5 o'clock on any of these given days. And then I could save that. So he has now got a custom schedule saved for him. And if this schedule would apply to potentially other children, I might want to save it as a template as well and call it Toddlers Full-Time 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or something like that. So let's go ahead and save it that way. Something like that. That tells me which 3 days, that it's a full day, and I'm saving it. So now I've got a new template saved in my list of templates to choose when I set up schedules for other children. So now that we've made his schedule, let's go ahead and just review this before we go any further. On each of those days that he's scheduled, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, there's his scheduled time in. Now the next thing to do would be show you how to make some exceptions to his schedule. And that's going to be here in the Schedule Overrides and Absences button for each child. So for Peter, I want to say that next week he is actually going to arrive on Tuesday as well as Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So his normal scheduled time is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but next week he's also going to be here Tuesday. And because he's not scheduled right now, there is no default in and out time. So I'm going to override the times here to be his correct in and out times for that day. And he's going to be in the toddler room, and I just would say something like extra day or mom's day out or something like that. And then I can save that. I also want to record an absence. So the difference between an override and an absence is that an override is a full change to that day's schedule for that child. It overwrites or replaces that day's schedule. An absence, on the other hand, could be a partial absence or a full absence on a full day. So you could use this for, say, something like a doctor's appointment. Well, I'm going to say that on Wednesday of next week, he's going to have a doctor's appointment starting at 10:30 in the morning and lasting until 12 noon. And we're going to use a reason of a doctor appointment, dentist appointment, something like that. And I could even put, Dr. Jones here, whatever it might be for my comment, and then save that. The override will allow you to change the classroom. An absence will record the reason the child is absent, and the Balances tab shows the absent hours, not override hours. So this is reasons for absences and the number of absent hours. So let's review that schedule. We can now see that on today's week, he's got a normal schedule. And just let's go forward 1 week by simply clicking down. When we go down to the next week, we're going to see his normal schedule on Monday. On Tuesday, we have his override. So if I just hover over that, it'll show override and the in and out times for that day. And on Wednesday, we've actually kind of punched a hole in his schedule here with our partial day absence for the doctor appointment. And so that's how that works in the review screen. You can print this screen by using the print button here. Also, these schedules and schedule overrides will translate into all of our child reports for schedule reports. And so those are here in the family data section. You have classroom schedule analysis reports. All of those would translate through there. So I'm going to select the toddler room. I'm going to select my date range to be next week. And here we have Peter Adams right here. He's got his normal day on Monday. On Tuesday, he's got the override day. On Wednesday, he's got his doctor appointment reflected in his schedule. And these hours will reflect on all reports that use the child's schedule as their basis. So in addition to the classroom schedule report, when we look at roll call sheets, any report in here that's got the word schedule in it will always use the child's scheduled classroom. Let's run another one here called Weekly Monday through Friday AM PM Actual Schedule. Pretty much what we just saw a moment ago. I'm going to go ahead and run it for next week so you can see how this translates into roll call sheets. This prints the actual in and out times for the child. So we can see that Peter is scheduled his normal time on Monday, his extra day on Tuesday, and his Wednesday day has his doctor appointment accounted for in his in and out times. And that's how to set up child schedules, save them as a template for potential use by other children, and also to make overrides and absences for children in the Overrides and Absences button.